alienation. Today, we are defining a term that marks a permanent shift in human history: global water bankruptcy. According to the landmark 2026 report by the United Nations University, we have moved past a temporary crisis into a state of structural failure. The UNU warns that we treated our planet's aquifers like credit cards with no limits. We aren't just in debt, we are insolvent. 70% of the world's major aquifers are declining, and natural capital like glaciers and wetlands are being liquidated at an unprecedented speed due to human migration and settlement. In many basins, the old normal is gone forever. This is the era of water bankruptcy, and it demands a total rethink of our global water agenda. And there is an accounting error of the coastlines. The UNU report argues that we must stop the bleeding and protect our remaining natural capital. But to do that, we have to find where the water is actually going and how we are using our existing water resources. Look at the coastlines. Every year across India and the world, salt farmers evaporate millions of liters of seawater to harvest a tiny fraction of salt, almost 1 to 2% of the total volume that is evaporated. From a single 1 acre salt pan, roughly 500,000 liters of water is vanished into the sky. Nationally, that is a pipeline of 1.5 trillion liters leaking into the atmosphere. In the eyes of UNU, this is a catastrophic accounting error. We are letting the fresh part of the ocean disappear into the air while the ground beneath the farmer's feet is turning increasingly saline due to over extraction of groundwater aquifers. We are spending our natural capital while letting our income evaporate. This is where Granted's Oasis enters the balance sheet, not as a crisis fix, but as a bankruptcy management tool for water. The UNU report calls for hydrological restructuring. It says we must move away from pumping more groundwater and instead focus on transparent water accounting and circularity. Oasis does exactly that. We've built the Monsoon in a box. By placing a specialized microclimate over the salt brine, we trap heat and moisture, maintaining temperatures between 55 and 60 degrees Celsius. This hypersaturated air becomes the feedstock for our vapor exchange system. Powered by an off-grid solar array, Oasis or Monsoon in a box pulls the moisture out of the air and transforms it into ultra pure water. From lab reports, we have 9 to 50 TDS recorded. We aren't drilling deeper, we are capping the leak, recycling overhead water that was already being lost to the sky. Can be a social dividend, and a just transition is required for that. Crucially, the United Nations University report emphasizes that water bankruptcy is a justice issue. The cost of this overshoot falls disproportionately on smallholder farmers and urban poor. Granted's model responds with a just transition. We don't just give farmers water, we turn them into water entrepreneurs. Through our DOT or deployment operations and training model, we use NGOs as rural incubators. The farmers stop being recipient of charity and become the owner of decentralized utility. They gain a dual income from salt at the end of the season and ultra pure water every single day. This is how we decouple rural prosperity from groundwater depletion. In conclusion, we have to get into a bailing out the balance sheet setup. The United Nations University warns that the 20th century infrastructure cannot solve 21st century bankruptcy of water. We need solutions that are decentralized, resilient, and honest about our new hydrological reality. Granted, Oasis shows that the solution isn't just out there, it's right among us. By capping the leak on our coastlines, we are starting to refill the global balance sheet one drop at a time. I'm your host, Bhuvan, and this was Chat SDG. To become a partner in this transition, DM us, call us, or email us. Thank you.